Part 2, this is just too good to skip, and there's a homework problem like it. So this is where your math is going to be applied. So that's awesome. The old, when am I ever going to need this in life? This is fascinating stuff. So this formula is given to us, formula I've never seen in my life, about earthquakes. The seismic energy, which by the way is in terms of joules, and I just looked it up, it's 0.773 what's called foot-pounds, which I need to look that up to understand that better, equals 10 to the 1.5 m. M stands for magnitude of the earthquake plus 12. So I was actually in California once taking a drink of water, and I felt the tremors of an earthquake, but I've never felt an earthquake. But one of those things that I don't think, I'm all right without that. Anyways, this says, what is the magnitude of an earthquake with seismic energy, that's x, of 4.2 times 10 to the 20th joules? That's this times this in foot-pounds. And I want to look that up because I don't really understand it. All I got to do is take x and go 4.2 times 10 to the 20th power equals 10 to the 1.5 m magnitude plus 12. Fascinating formula. Now the thing I'm trying to find is the magnitude. Well, it's right there. It's stuck up in the exponent. Well, there's only one way to get it down into the problem, and that is to use logarithms. All this represents right here is some fancy number. But I'm going to take the log of it. My calculator is going to do the rest. And then that's a little tiny equals. And then I'm going to take the log of that side. Well, I'm going to get my calculator and figure that out. So I'm going to have to go 4 times 2 times 10 to the 20th and then calculate that. So give me a second. All right, it's looking very mathy. Now what I did was, instead of figuring out what this was as a number and then taking the log of it, I just typed in log, and then when you start typing this in, it's going to give you the parentheses, and I just typed in 4.2 times 10 to the 20th power. Then I hit enter, spit out 20.62. Now what did I do over here? Well, because this is now a logarithm, I can bring the exponent in the front, so there it is, times log of 10. Now remember, I could use my calculator for this. The log of 10 has to be 1, because there's an invisible 10 there. 10 to the first power is 10. So this, and again, you can type in log of 10, but that's just going to equal 1, which means this doesn't mean anything anymore. Now it's just a basic math problem. Subtract 12, and I'll bring it over here. 1.5 times my magnitude equals 7.38. Divided by 1.5, divided by 1.5. Here we go. 7.38 divided by 1.5 without my glasses. Error. 7. I need my glasses. 38 divided by 1.5. 4.92. So the magnitude would be a 4.92 magnitude on the Richter scale. Isn't that interesting? That's how they calculate it, using this formula right here. Fascinating. If that pre-lesson felt a little choppy, make sure to sink your teeth into the example problems, and then it will all be solidified, I hope.